Hello, is the Censor Gambino here with a new stream. In this stream, I'm going to be going over the event week for this week in Red Dead Online. So starting off with the title, I would say is the most important thing going on right now in the game for this event week is that if you get a free day streak on your daily challenges, you only have to do one daily challenge per like 3 days, so at minimum it will take free daily challenges. Of course, you'll get yourself a free ability card. Definitely something very nice going on for the event week. Probably the biggest thing I would say going on at the moment. And then going to Mr. Spectator, some of the highlights I would say for the event week is 1.25 times RDM money and gold showdown modes and races. And also that does include 2 times XP as well. I just thought there was more like noticeable things to mention on the Mr. Spectator and also including 2 times XP. So yeah, there's also double XP as well with those showdown modes and races. Just didn't have the written put on Mr. Spectator and prefer to put a couple of the discounts on there. And then there's 20% off Moonshine Shacks. There's also 33.3% off, by the way, on the overroll stuff, since those are 15 gold, whereas the Moonshine Shacks are 25 gold, hence the 20% off with the 5 gold off. And 40% off repeaters and more. So yeah, starting off on this menu here, of course, the free aim series for the week is Gun Rush Teams. That's what's going on if you want to play some free aim in the game, since there's no like separate like free aim lobbies and stuff like that, like there is in GTA Online, of course. Yeah, before I go into the rest of this, I want to be checking my audio, make sure it's working fine. Most times it does, but very rarely it will not. So I'll make sure. Alright, it's fine. So now I'll just make a party, and now I'll get into a lobby. Also, by the way, an FYI, I might be a little later than usual with my GTA streams for the next couple Tuesdays, because I got important things that are going on at that time. So it might be like very late Thursday, early Friday. That's also still kind of like around where I typically do GTA streams right now, since there's usually not anything very major, so I don't do those really early anymore. Unless it's like a very significant release. So yeah, once the game loads in, I'll be discussing the rest of the event week, of course. Also, there's only like 10 more days in my like current college semester, so hopefully once that all is done, I can find more time to do like some of my extra streams and whatnot I've been meaning to do of like the Diamond Casino Heist and the Moonshiners DLC. Hopefully I can finally get to those once life stops being kind of busy. Yeah, next 2 Tuesdays are especially going to be very busy for me, so the GTA streams might be held off a day or some shit. But yeah, going to the benefits section, starting off on the left is 25% of bonus cash and gold on all showdown modes and races. Also, like I mentioned earlier, I could not fit the 100% XP boost on the spectator. I honestly wanted more like important things on there. Since I didn't want to put 1.25 and like 2 times combined with each other, that kind of would have been weird looking in a sense on there. So yeah, in addition to 1.25 times RDO money and gold, obviously there's double XP, so that's definitely another very nice thing going on there. So honestly, that's kind of a very good thing they're doing for showdowns and races. It's very rare, I feel, that they do something for all three kind of things, being gold, money, and XP. Usually you'll typically get 1 or even 2 of those. They don't really do much when it comes to all like 3 kind of things you can earn in the game, of course. And the thing in the middle is just talking about the 40% off all repeaters, which I have in my spectator. And yeah, complete free daily challenges this week for a free ability card of your choice. So sorry if the title is a little confusing, but obviously I have a character limit to work with, so hopefully the title suggested enough on what to do. I'll also discuss dailies for a moment here. So yeah, obviously for a 3-day streak you only have to do 1 challenge. Pretty sure it can be in any category, of course. Whether it's general or role. Obviously the generals, if they're going to be worth it or not, are going to be very dependent on what you get, as they're going to definitely be the most varied challenges in general. Then a campsite, by the way, that one's off of like one of those like random event kind of things, so you kind of have to get lucky and find that throughout the map. A small one wants you to go to a showdown mode, so you can combine a money opportunity with this one, of course. Also, it's just for this day or whatever. But yeah, I would prioritize the role challenges personally, because of course, in addition to regular XP, I'm pretty sure you would get regular XP, you would get role XP as well, of course. I think they pretty much function exactly like the general ones, besides for getting the extra, like the role XP that you can't get with the regular ones. Trader, I feel those ones aren't really worth it though, to be honest, because I'm pretty sure the camps have been hella broken, like, since this DLC, maybe even before. So, like, because the camps are kind of unreliable and they get broken throughout the game, I kind of wouldn't really recommend the trader ones. Moonshiner ones, obviously, it depends on what they are. Special moonshine recipe, not entirely sure what it would classify as a special one, but whatever. You over players at bars. Yeah, that one wants you to invite over players. Moonshine sold with at least 18 bottles in tax, so basically you gotta sell 90% of a whole moonshine shipment since it goes up to 20 bottles. So that shouldn't be too hard of one if you're careful at least, and if players don't go after you, if that's much of a possibility in that business. Obviously ones like these for the bounty are easy. Moonshine and bounty, I would say those 2 roles are kind of around the same priority I would have for doing the challenges. hate ones like this that are like speedrunning ones. I would definitely say the number one, like, things of challenges to do would for sure be the collector. Because aside for gold bars, you're obviously not getting any money for these daily challenges. That's kind of the replacement of money for daily challenges in this game, whereas GTA, of course, since there's pretty much only money, aside for like chips, those pretty much give like actual money. So if you want good money in addition to the gold, the regular XP and roll XP, definitely go for the collector, because obviously collectibles are like one of the best, if not like the best way of making money in the game, so definitely would prioritize the collector challenges, of course. By the way, to unlock all the challenges for a roll, you have to be like ranks 5 to like 10.
Hello, sir.
But yeah, it's very easy on Google, of course, to simply look up a like map of the collectibles for a given day, which I believe updates around evening PST time, for example.
Who's this then?
For Red Dead Online, I believe that's when like collectibles like change locations and stuff. Sure, it's very easy to find a map like that for the collectibles on Google, so that's definitely the best way to go about going for money and gold and then regular and roll XP. The collector's definitely the best one, hands down. If you're going for like the minimum of 3. So I should have only went for that section, I think. But yeah, there's 5 gold bars off roll items, so... In Mesa Spectator, I mentioned there's 20% off Moonshine Shacks. Reason is, of course, that one's 25 gold bars normally. So now that it's 20 gold bars over 25, so that would obviously be 20% off. So in simple terms, I decided to put 20% off. And then for the bounty hunter, the trader, and collector, of course, those would be 33.3% off technically, since those are normally 15 gold, and 5 gold off would be 10 left. So yeah, if you want to get started in any role, this is a great week to do so, having anywhere from 20 to about 35% off the like initial price. So for whatever weird reason you have never got into any of that stuff, now is a great opportunity for a 7-week. And then there's 50% off at Wilderness Outfitters. So basically everything in the Wilderness Outfitters besides for Butcher's Table, which is 33.3% off in particular, so that one's a lesser discount than the 50% off. You'll be able to get pretty much anything in the camp for 50% off. My personal recommendations for going for 50% off at anything Wilderness Outfitters, I would prioritize the tents, if anything, when it comes to the discounts, because the tents, of course, give you, like, more, like, full cores to start with every time you go in a lobby, so I would say that's basically the most useful thing in the Wilderness Outfitters, aside for the Butcher Table, which is 33.3% off over 50% off. And then there's also things like the stew pot, the weapon locker, for a couple more of the like good options. Camp dog as well, but in the last Outlaw Pass there's a free one which doesn't really cost anything, as long as you got to like at least like tier 90, I believe it was. Now let's see if there's any new things here. Alright, no. This whole section apparently is just repeat stuff. I don't know why they do that. Like, I don't know why they don't, like, just take certain things out when there's not much to talk about on an event week. Very weird, in my opinion. That they just, like, repeat a lot of the same stuff. Alright. Those two are also just repeats, apparently. There's some new stuff on this one. Both of these are kinda new, except the one on the right is something from the previous week as well, so I won't go in much details on that one. But yeah, there's 60% off all hats and 70% off all pants. And I would assume that would include some of the, like, things going on the limited stock clothing thing to the right. But yeah, as for limited stock clothing, it's just the exact same limited stock clothing stuff from the last event week. Also, there's like a couple things on the list that are not mentioned, by the way. There are a couple things mentioned on the newswire that are not mentioned on here for limited stock clothing. Like, for example, I believe right now there's like the darn stockings that are also available, so that's one of the couple like options that aren't like on there. I also believe they don't mention the Salter shoes as well. So in addition to all the stuff that's listed on the right side of the screen, of course, right now, those are another couple like limited stock clothing items that are mentioned on the newswire on Rockstar's actual like website, but not on here. So that's not all the clothing stuff that was listed there. Though once again, I want more details on it last week. And again, nothing but repeat stuff. Two things, at least two, maybe even three, that were just complete like repeats of ones from before. Very weird how they do that, in my opinion. Like, I don't see why they don't just remove squares when there's not as much for a certain event week. So now I'll go to the post office so I can go over the weekly collection. And there's not much more aside for that to mention. There is also something going on for PlayStation Plus members, I'm pretty sure, as well right now. I'll be going in details of that afterwards. But yeah, weekly collection right now is the Gemstone collection. And two of them seem to be lost earrings or whatever like category that is, and then a hairpin. So it takes things from at least two of the normal collections in the game. For those who don't know, these weekly collections are basically just 3 times smaller collections in a sense. I don't know, there's some collections that are like 9 things, and some of the collections can go up to like 12-ish to like 15 different things probably. So the only reason you would want to go for a weekly collection, of course, is if you don't play the game much, but you want to collect a small amount of things for whatever reason for a week. So yeah, sadly, since obviously not all the things are in the same like regular collection, it's kind of an inconvenient one to go for in a sense. But still, obviously, it's nice. It's a nice small like collection you can go for if you don't have the patience for this event week for some reason to go for a full collection. So it's just there if you want it. I personally wouldn't really recommend like weekly collections at all. I would just go full like regular collections that are always in the game, because they get you a fuck ton more money. And also, like I mentioned, it's very easy to probably just look up a map on Google of all the like collectibles. Like, obviously there's nothing wrong with that. That's not like glitching the game or anything. That's just like utilizing the internet. So yeah, that should be just about everything for this event week. Also, by the way, it will take at least 2 days since you get your free daily challenge streak to get your ability card. So you will have to count like at least 2 days once you get your third daily challenge done for the streak. So do know you're not going to get it like right when you get your third due challenge done. It's going to be delivered in a couple of days to your benefits section. And yeah, last couple things to mention. Twitch Prime is pretty much the same as it's always been since like the first day of the DLC. I don't think they always mention them on the Newswire anymore, but yeah, they put the Twitch Prime section back in, I believe, on the Newswire, but it's just pretty much all the same stuff they've done before. So nothing new in that regard. And then PlayStation Plus, there's a whole new thing going on for PlayStation Plus, so basically every single player on the PlayStation 4 platform, since you need PlayStation Plus just to even get in a lobby, and even pretty much play online just about every single game, aside for free-to-play ass fucking battle royales, of course. But yeah. Basically, there's a starter pack of 5 special Lake Lures, 5 special Swamp Lures, and 5 special River Lures, along with a treasure map of the North Klinkman area. So yeah, you'll be getting 5 special lures for like each type of water for a total of 15 like special lures. So a nice little fishing package if you fish, of course. And then also for those who don't really fish, the most useful thing I would say in that like starter pack thing they're doing for PlayStation Plus, basically anyone on PlayStation platforms, it's pretty much have to have PlayStation Plus just to even play online. You'll also, the most useful thing for sure is a treasure map, so that could be a nice bit of gold and money even. And they don't mention when the like PlayStation Plus thing is going to end, at least on the Newswire, and I'm not entirely sure where I would find out about that kind of thing. So it's probably going to be a thing, the PlayStation Plus stuff I just mentioned, for more than just this week. So for some reason you would want to get on, you can probably wait another couple weeks if you don't want to get on this event week. But yeah, that's pretty much it for what's going on in Reddit Online for this week, obviously. So yeah, next stream will probably be my GTA Online event week stream for the next event week that comes out in like a couple hours from now or whatever. So yeah, I'll probably be doing that stream for late Thursday or early Friday, so that's fine with me for the stream. Hope you enjoyed.